Okay, cool. Well, I'm going to go ahead and call the meeting to order.
Hey.
Hi, all. Calling this meeting to order. Thank you all for being here. Yeah, two in a row in the summer. It's great. Usually, we have two or more that we don't have, but folks are around. So,
As long as we keep air conditioning here.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Okay, going to move on to agenda item number 2. First, going over the minutes from the previous meeting. So the minutes have been distributed and read. Are there any noted corrections to the minutes from the July meeting?
Nope.
All right, fantastic. So I'm going to go ahead and motion to approve the minutes. Can I get a second? Okay, wonderful. So all in favor of approving the minutes, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Wonderful. The minutes are approved. Chaz, are you able to go over the financials today, or should we skip?
Great. Yeah. I don't think it has changed a lot. Sorry, let's get here. I don't think it has changed a lot since the last time, because I don't think we've awarded the we've gotten out the operations grants yet.
Correct.
So I believe this is the same, but these will change because that's going to happen soon. And then we have the emerging artist grants happening soon. So yeah, there's not much to say, but this is the current state.
Did all of the artists who submitted applications or
For any grant stuff, let's save for the grant when the grant section when Christina's here.
okay.
Cool. Thank you. Okay. Any questions about financials? We're good.
All right, excellent. Moving on to agenda item number 3, the staff update, again, provided by Chaz.
Hi. Holly sends her hellos from abroad. She'll be back in the country tomorrow, I think. It's been a long 3 weeks without her. I think she'll officially be back next week, back to work, get over her jet lag. So there's not too much to say. I just wanted to go over a few things. One second, I'm not prepared. Hey, Christina. So we have, Christina and I have, I'm going to talk about a workshop that we're doing. I'm just going to pass this around. You can take one if you want. I don't know if I have enough for everyone, but
Who's leading this?
So Christina, Elam, and I, because Christina, she's on the Arts Commission, but she's also one of our contractors at the city, doing mostly public art, but also some educational stuff. So we have worked on this to start a professional development for artists series. Yeah. So
Cool.
this is the first of a series. The first one is on grants and applications, calls to submissions, that sort of thing. And our very own Suzanne Ryan Melamed is going to be on it, as well as Christina and Dr. Ursula Kumar, who's an IU art professor, Eric Ashby of the Indiana Arts Commission, and Aaron Kelly at the IU Arts and Humanities Council. And am I forgetting? Oh, and Sarah Nichols, the gallery manager of the Waldron.
Great.
Cool.
So, yeah. Yeah, so it's going to be 30 minutes of a lecture with Dr. Kumar, who will be talking over how to just the best practices of grant making, and she's going to provide people with a toolkit on how to have best practices and just all that kind of info. So you can see all the stuff up here. I just opened it today, so you can tell people to register. We've already had one registration. It's limited to 30 seats. It'll be at the Waldron Art Center, and then we're going to have like a panel and breakout sessions, and then the opportunity for people to, there's going to be opportunity for people to have a proposal to to get reviewed one-on-one with one of the panelists. So, yeah, you can kind of read the blurb there, but I liked Dr. Kumar came up with the turn proposals into programs, and then I need to change your artwork into exhibitions. So that's kind of the goal. Just how can people do that if they haven't ever done that before, or if they've always done it and they just want to know how to be better.
Excellent.
So, and the idea is more for emerging artists for sure. Just people again who are kind of mid-career, or just starting out. So yeah, that's gonna happen September 10th. Please put these somewhere. Tell people, and
I
again,
can put one of those by my office for the bell.
Cool. Yeah, so just let people know. So we're really excited about that, and hopefully we're plotting some more in the series on like marketing, finances, and stuff like that. So more to come.
Great.
That's very exciting. We're really excited about it. It all kind of came together in the past week. Anything you want to say about it, Christina?
I think you kind of covered it all. So
Yeah. So and it's free. Did I mention it's completely free? So that's really nice. And then I also wanted to tell you about just at the city. The mayor's office put out a mid-year transition report, and I think you all should read it. I can send that to the group. It's public, it's online, and it just kind of goes over what the new administration's focusing on and what they're doing, and I think it's really helpful, especially as commissioners, for you all to read it and just kind of know what's going on generally at the city. It doesn't really mention anything about arts yet because there's other problems like housing things going on. But again, it's just a mid-year transition report from the new mayoral administration, and I'll send that out, but just want you all to be aware of that. And they're really trying to get better at processes and transparency at the city. So I know we've kind of talked at the public art subcommittee meeting about some of this, but as you meet with your subcommittees and go along, talk to Holly and or I about issues if you see them, or improvements or something, or how we can help you commissioners out, or Gerard, of course, because yeah, we're really trying to get things just figure things out here at the city. So it's a great time to think about our commission and all that. So yeah, I think that's it for the staff report. There's not much else going on.
Can I ask a really quick question about the workshop?
Mm-hmm.
Is there any room, I mean, I know that there's registration and stuff, is there any room for like commissioners to attend, even if it's like not as like a participant? Like if I just want to go and like hear some of the, I don't want to take a spot from like somebody, but is there room for that to?
We're just gonna have to see about the sign up, because
Cool.
if we have 30 people that sign up, it's gonna be too squished.
Yeah,
we're
that's
kind of
fair.
pushing it with 30, so it kind of just depends on
Cool.
the final sign up.
That's
Or if we need like volunteers,
Oh, yeah.
maybe that's a way to rope some of you guys in. But yeah, that's a good question. Maybe we can just make a note if it's looking like low attendance and commissioners want to attend. That'd be great.
Cool.
can I make a quick small suggestion? 'Cause I think it looks great. When you talk about the speaker, instead of an art professor, I would say an arts administration professor.
Oh yeah,
She's not an art professor.
right. Yeah.
So I mean, it is. There's a big difference there.
Really? Yeah.
Very fair.
So I think it would be.
Oh, Ursula, I know Ursula.
Mhm.
Oh. They just clicked.
I know, like the Mainers I want to go. I'm like, oh, everybody on there. I know and love them. So like that sounds great.
Got a
I'd love
great
to hear
voice.
them. Yeah, she's incredible.
So yeah, Christina got her degree in arts, and she has a master's in it, and recommended Ursula, and she's great. So we're really excited to get her.
I attended one of her grant workshops that she had hosted a while back, so
That's great.
she was really good at it.
Right.
Stacked.
It is a stacked lineup.
Yeah, and everyone's getting paid for their time a little bit, something. So
That's good.
we pay artists and art.
Yes.
All right, any more notes or questions from the staff update? Awesome. Okay, moving on to agenda item number 4, an update from your public art subcommittee chair.
Hi everyone. Okay, so I guess I'm wondering how to go about this. I don't have any major, I guess I have a major update, but it's not one that I know that I can publicly share per se. The Public Art Subcommittee has selected or recommended an artist to move forward with for the Hopewell project, but because Holly left like maybe 2 days after we selected that, I just don't know if that artist has committed to the project or if that's, so I don't want to be like, we chose this person and then they don't even know if they're, who knows, they might be watching us.
Practice call is good.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah,
so.
that's good. And we're trying to figure out what the exact process is because, as Natalie said, the Public Art Commission, because some of you weren't there who are on it, you only recommend, you don't actually select. It's actually left up to city staff. So we do have to change the language around it because we had a journalist there who was really mad he wasn't at the meeting. But when it's a recommendation, the meetings don't have to be public for selection committees and they're just recommendations. So something like that. So just, we also need to be aware of like what words we use with stuff. And we're also trying to learn that and move forward is kind of partly what the city's doing. So just no selection, just
Totally.
recommendation.
Yeah.
And
Who we
So-
recommended they move
yeah,
forward
you just
with.
need to wait for Holly to get back to see like what's actually happening with that too.
Yeah.
So.
So that's really exciting, and we're all, I think we had some really great discussions around it, really invigorating chats, and I think we're feeling really good about our decision, but also we've learned a lot from that process, and with our next few processes, we're really gonna look at how we go about public feedback, how we go about whether we're selecting, an artist or the project or both, or how we kind of analyze that. So we've got a lot of new things that kind of came up in that conversation. So that was our meeting this past Friday. We kind of spent it just talking about what we liked about the process and maybe what points we want to go a little more in depth on for the next proposals that are coming down the pipeline. So that's the biggest update that I have, and once that is public knowledge, I will happily share it with everybody. And Christina, is there any update on the Duke substation stuff?
Yes.
That might be something that we want to update folks on.
Yes. So, kind of catching us up from what happened in the past few months. We got a new team of artists, and they worked together to create a new design. It's a really great design, and we actually went live today, we went live today on the public feedback. So I'm going to send that to the selection committee and everybody so that way they have that information. But the public feedback will be open from today to the 21st for the design.
I can't wait to see it. Where is it?
Yeah.
I just saw Caleb and he told me that it was, that you guys had he thought you guys had settled on something.
Yes, yeah. So I think she's gonna put
And
it
everybody
up.
worked together well.
Very
Good
well.
presentation.
Very well. So that's the
here.
So they narrowed it down to one, right?
yes, yeah.
So yeah, it's the installation 1 proposal. Here's the full thing. You can use it off the form here.
Cool. And that's available until Wednesday the 21st.
Wednesday the 21st.
We already have a bunch of responses.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's pretty exciting. And then we will be starting the painting process at the beginning of next month, and we will have our community paint day on September 21st. So we'll be sending that out. We would love for you guys to come and help paint and, interact with the artist for that day. So that's kind of where we're at. It was nice with the process. What Robert was referring to is we kind of had them have 2 designs, and so each one had really cool elements, and so they were able to kind of combine in a really cool way of what they were doing. And I also really liked it because it's very representative of all their styles as it comes together. So yeah.
Super fun.
Yeah,
That cat is wild.
it looks like it could all come from one hand, which is what I so appreciated the way that they were talking about the way that they were working together.
Mm-hmm.
Most encouraging.
Yeah.
And like that cat in the front will be like 8 feet high.
Sure.
I mean, that's
Well, the closer
it's
they get, the
huge,
taller they
right?
get.
That space is massive, right? That they're gonna paint?
Yeah.
That is going
What
to
day
be
is the paint
super
day?
nuts.
September 21st,
Okay.
Saturday. So we will get further details on times as we get closer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I have a suggestion for thinking about how to talk about these situations where we have an award to give, for instance, to the station. And that is that we always frame things as we're selecting this artists. And it means that we're not buying an object. We are having an artist head up a project for us.
Yeah.
And that's important because the design becomes part of what the person's submitting. We don't have to parcel out whether it's, today we're talking about the art and there we're talking about the person. We're talking about the art as what the person is submitting as one of his or her credentials for us. And that makes a big difference because under the open door law, personnel decisions can be kept private.
Oh, good.
I'm really picking up an idea Robin's mentioned. So, but I think that's the way to go unless we hear something different from the city attorney. So yeah, but just remember, we're not buying the object. We are awarding an artist for his or her work.
Right.
Definitely.
Yeah, and this is 3 artists, and we don't have their names on there yet. It's just supposed to be about the design, so that's what people are doing. And I will say we have 15 responses, and people are not liking the cats because they don't like wild cats because they eat birds. So that's fun.
I love
But
that.
They're a part of the
what's-
Bloomington landscape,
Yeah,
so
that's what's
whether they like it or not,
happening.
that's,
I'm just
Especially
saying what
outside
they're
of town. I
saying.
feel like I see
That was
cat
people are
every
too
other
unrealistic.
Yeah, there's a
You
lot
know,
of
they don't
cats
want
in
a
that.
depiction of reality.
That was intentional. Yeah.
Yeah,
That being said, I think
I like the cats.
we need I think this is only up for a week, so that being said, I think we need a lot of opinions, so please send this webpage and everything to people, any people, especially people that live in the area, so they can give their opinions because, we just want to hear from all sorts of folks, so it's really important to provide this feedback, and I hope each and every one of you do that as well because you're on the commission and we would like to know, and Christina's worked really hard on this, and the artists are really great, so
It's so great.
constructive feedback is awesome. Even if you really like it, just say that then.
I think it's important to share that feedback, the sensible edited
I just had it-
feedbacks with the artists, but then, I mean, this is not designed by community.
Mhm.
And if
Duke's
something is
paid
edgy,
for it,
it's
right?
edgy. I mean,
Well, I think it's why,
otherwise there'd be a beige wall,
Yeah. I
Yeah.
also think we had talked about the public feedback being first, so before artists are picked or do a design, so that way the artist can be informed by the community in a more proper way. And that just didn't happen with this round because it's not, we had talked about that after the schedule's already built. So moving forward, we can do something like that. But yeah, it's that's why I think we need a lot of art people to also comment on this as well as the community and people who live there. So,
I'm pretty sure that's my Airbnb in that painting. The orange house, I think is my pumpkin house.
That looks like the co-op on the right side for me. I don't know, the one downtown.
The one that's right behind the cat, right?
Yeah,
That's so
it's called the pumpkin house. It's one of the only shotgun houses in the city, like a proper shotgun.
Well, I will gladly circulate this, and I can't assign homework at this meeting, but I'm giving you all homework to send your thoughts on this piece.
thank you.
That would really help Christina's hard work
Yeah,
Sounds
it's
great.
funky.
and the artist.
I like it too. I think you guys did a great job. What are they eating over here? Is that a hamburger or on the porch?
a vegan burger.
What is that?
Pierogies.
A single chicken nugget.
Pierogi, is that what you said?
Okra, I mean.
Wait, the one on
Because
the
it's gonna be
table?
big.
On the plate, I think.
Oh, those are rolls.
Love a roll. Yeah,
In the
I think I don't have
folder.
anything else on the public art front.
Any other questions for public art? Chair?
Besides, what is that on the
Besides, yeah, right.
I think it's fine.
report back?
Right, yeah. Okay, excellent. Thanks, Natalie. Moving on to agenda item number 5, an update from our vice chair, Christina Alem, on behalf of Layla, who is not here.
So grant update. So the grant committee met on July 28th to review the operations grant applications, and there are 19 of them. I wanted to take the time to kind of approve the recommended funding for those applicants. I don't know how this properly
Sure.
works,
I can go about it. So,
but because as far as pulling it up so people can see,
Oh.
I just know that the grant committee is voting on it.
oh, sure,
and
right.
doing that.
Yeah, we're gonna share the award amount. Do we typically do that at meetings? Do we share the award amounts that we've
The total.
that we've approved?
Yes.
Okay.
But
I can forward to the email to you if you
because
have
I
it.
actually, I didn't know this was happening. Sorry.
I'll just forward it right now. Okay.
Sorry. Oh, and Suzanne asked, what's with the bandages on the gray cat?
How was it?
She didn't throw it.
Diego had.
Maybe it just got a shot. It's good little babies.
So those are the amounts. And they were they funded 69% of the overall requested funds for this, and so those are the total amounts. But we wanted to kind of go ahead and do a vote on approving the proposed amounts.
Yeah.
So can I get a motion to approve the proposed amounts?
Yeah, I'll second your
Aye.
motion to approve the amounts. Oh, and also to clarify, this is just the grant subcommittee voting.
The what?
This is just the grant subcommittee voting.
Oh,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have-
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's not
Gotcha.
but it's just, yeah. Sometimes we do these at the grant meeting, sometimes we do them at the public meeting, just based on when it makes sense for us to do so. So this will be a vote with just the grant subcommittee members. So, yeah, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say any opposed say nay.
I'm voting aye. I just haven't spoken for the whole hour, so my voice is a little craggy, so I said aye.
All right, excellent. So yeah, the
Alright.
vote passes the funding. Yeah, and then we'll start working on getting that out soon.
Cool. Thank
Didn't
you.
know we had a Babel theater company.
Yeah. What's that?
How many organizations is that? 1, 2,
She's
19?
IU professor for theater. She's really great.
17. 17. Okay.
17.
So we gave it to almost all of them except for 2.
But
That's good.
it's yeah. You should. Maybe she can speak
Awesome.
to the BAC about it.
Yeah, maybe they'll get an award next time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then
Alright. So moving forward, so the second announcement is the Artistic Advancement Grant Cycle, formerly known as the Emerging Artist Grant Cycle, went live on Monday, August 12th, and it'll be open until 11:59 on September 20th. So tell your colleagues and friends about this grant.
It used to be the Emerging Artist Grant, so they changed it. I don't know if Layla told you anything about that, but I think we've all kind of talked about before that emerging was kind of nebulous. So the changes now for artistic advancement. So hopefully that will help applicants understand better that they can apply for it. But again, it is still for that emerging artists and people who aren't quite professional yet. And I think a thing to notice is it's exactly $1,000 this year. So
Was it always that much?
it was kind of floating. Sometimes people get 500.
Okay.
It used to be up to 2,000, but I think this year it's just if you
Just
get it, you
decide
get
on that.
1,000, which
Yeah.
I think is fine.
Oh,
I
Still a
like
good
that.
amount.
See how
Yeah.
see how that goes, yeah.
We've had so many people apply for this. It's been crazy. So we're trying to,
I want to say
Fun
last
is
year we
making
had like 90 or something like that.
Yeah.
It's
90?
Yeah, which is
That's
kind of
great.
why I don't think we ended up giving full funding. Like hardly anyone got full funding last year, which is kind of why we just decided
Yeah.
let's just make this a yes or no.
I think
Yeah.
that's great.
Yep.
yeah.
So.
I'm so glad we did that.
So much
Yeah.
easier that.
Yeah, and I hope it's clear too that it is, these are not for a project. I got an email asking about this, and just so you know that when you go out and tell the world about this, it is not necessarily for a project. It's the funds they need to show that the funds are going to be used in a way to advance their career, which might be for a project, might be for supplies, lots of different things, but it's not necessarily for a project. So you can tell people that, because we have an art project grant, right? And that this is not it. It is, this can be used in more ways. So
There's more
I think-
professional development, that sort of thing.
yeah. If someone needed to buy things for a show or equipment, or they wanted to
Repair
take a
their
class.
Okay.
Yeah, take classes, something like that. So repair their kiln, stuff like that. So anyway, sorry Christina, but
No, you're good.
I just wanted to note the name change, and people can only apply for this one twice, and so if they already got an emerging artist grant, it does count towards this, even though the name changed, which hopefully is clear in the outline.
Okay.
Yeah, I appreciate the formally known as help.
Bring on
Mhm.
other people.
Gretchen, I believe you had a question about grants. I think it was about the disbursement of the funding for the project grant.
Yeah, I thought everybody that had submitted for the 1%, they were gonna get paid for that work. Did that happen or not?
Oh, that's for the
finalists?
public art? Sorry,
Yeah.
that's for public art.
Okay.
I'm happy to answer that. Yes.
They did,
The artists
great.
that, they received funding for a proposal and also
Mhm.
optional funding to come and do a
Right.
site visit. And the artists that,
That was like
To
the
the site
4
visit.
finalists or the 3 finalists?
yeah, and as far as I know, that has all been taken care of and squared away.
Fantastic.
Great. Any other questions for grants?
Oh, the workshop we're doing also, it's 10 days before this is due, and it was supposed to try to also kind of connect as well. All the commissioners are not allowed to read people's proposals, so that can't happen during it if people bring that. It's just going to be like a 1-page proposal that people can bring to the workshop to look over, so it won't be a full grant anyway, just to save on time and energy for the readers, but for the workshop panelists. But anyway, just so you know, we are trying to
Line it up.
align it up a bit, so where the workshops can happen during these grant cycles and it makes sense. So hopefully that's apparent too. But also, I would say suggestions or edits on things like for the workshops, or if you catch anything. A lot of this I do, and I really try to make sure there's no mistakes, but if you do ever see any, please let me know where we can word things better. So thanks.
Perfect. Any other notes for grants?
Just a quick point, and this may be a line for what's needed now. But Chaz, I'm wondering, can you go back to just where you were, the grants are for professional development, but the evaluation criteria is an evaluation of the quality of the work. And I think that would be important to have, at least next time around, criterion that's about the ways in which the artist will enhance his or her ability as an artist, rather than the quality of the work. That's I think that could be a little confusing.
Yeah. Would you mind writing that to Holly and Elliot in an email? And the grants committee, or Gerard or something, because that's kind of their decision. I don't, even Holly doesn't, we don't personally decide this, it's the grant committee. So that would be something to talk about with them, right, Gerard?
Since I know we'll include it in the for next year.
Okay.
But yeah, I do think that makes sense. It says with commitment, it does say, does the artist demonstrate commitment to advancing their practice, but not really how, so.
Make it more clear.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Thanks all. Moving on to agenda item number 6 from your chair. I'm gonna touch on just a couple things. One is I've punted the bylaw language sort of approval or to next week just because Holly and I met with Paul to sort of discuss this, but Holly's done the lion's share of the work of actually drafting the language, and so I wanted to make sure that she was here for when we sort of went over it and approved it. So we'll send that out ahead of the next meeting to read, and then we'll vote on approving it at the September meeting. A couple other things to look ahead to is this is sort of way ahead in the future, but the Arts Commission's strategic plan runs from 2021 to 2025. So will in theory expire at the end of next year. And I imagine it will be sort of a lengthy process of probably getting together some sort of task force to start drafting up either a next strategic plan or also considering possibly just sort of annual goals or action items for the committee or for the commission. So, but yeah, we're probably going to start putting those ideas and whatnot into place over the next few months, and then really start that process in earnest next year. So just wanted to give you all a heads up on that just kind of judging how when we did a we call them our bylaws, but it was sort of the commissioner guidelines that I think all of you have been sent on this is what the chair does, this is what the vice chair does. When we did that whole sort of document and sort of assessing and articulating of the roles of the commissioners, it took a while. And it was but it's a very useful and thorough document. And I'm hoping to have a similar process for the next phase of our planning.
Question on that. So is that kind of going to be just another subset of us kind of getting together to do that?
I think so. I mean, the way that that document function was, there was we called it a tap. We didn't create a new committee for it. We created I believe a working group or a task force, so and then that group kind of met, I think, on a bi-weekly schedule, and kind of drafted stuff, and then shared updates with the commissioners. And it'll be the kind of thing where anyone who, it was by volunteer, so anyone who wants to be a part of those meetings will be welcome to be a part of that. But I don't think we're going to ask the entire commission to attend those bi-weekly meetings, but we will definitely want everyone's input on the planning, and we'll keep the group updated.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. And then, sure.
While we're at that topic, is there some mechanism for seeing if it's working?
Yeah.
For evaluating?
Yeah, has the plan led to something a little different or reassured something that was uncertain before, or is it accomplishing its goal?
Sure.
I don't know how you measure that. but-
Yeah, right. I mean, I actually, as I was starting to think through these steps, I imagine that will be the first job of that task force is to sort of review the previous plan and assess sort of like how we've met it, or in ways maybe in which we haven't met it, and then kind of like, begin the new draft accordingly. But I'm sure we will take full commission input into that, but also share, I think, the sort of like the findings from that group in evaluating the strategic plan with the full commission. I think that's a good point.
Okay.
Great. And then, Christina, can I throw to you the plans for the social event?
Yeah.
Okay,
So what I wanted to do was for next month, kind of plan a get together for the commissioners. Basically meet at Social Cantina and kind of like get to know each other. I think it's important that we have those moments throughout the year, and so if it was possible, if you guys are available, I think the next one is September 11th. It'll be right after a meeting. And we'll go to Social Cantina and kind of hang out and get to know one another.
Very nice idea.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to
Is
take
it
out
possible
work.
to get their back room?
I made
Yeah,
the
that's
same suggestion.
yeah.
It was
That's
really
a-
hard being up that front bench and people coming and going, and it wasn't a mingling opportunity,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's our goal.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I
I
said
want
the
to
same
know
thing
like
about-
who's available type of thing first.
I'm out of town that day, but feel free to social cantina with me. I'll be there in spirit.
So do you need like a kind of a head count to get that room? Is that what you're saying?
Well, that's what I was gonna. That was the plan. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
If there's like a general number, I can kind of shoot for.
So are people available?
I'm usually working that day, but I should be able to take off if it's not like if he's not like desperate for a sound person for that night. It's a month off though, so that should be fine.
Okay.
Yeah, it's count me in.
Okay. Awesome.
So
I'm in town that day.
Yeah, I'm in town.
Yeah.
I should be.
Me too.
4, 5, 1, 2, 3.
I'll be there too, yay.
All right.
That's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
And then Holly and Elliot 10.
10.
And are we missing anyone else?
Karen will be out
Okay.
as well.
So like
I
10
don't
people.
invite Jane, invite Tim. I don't know.
Oh, let's say 12, 10 to 12.
10 to 12. Okay.
Great.
Awesome.
I'd
I
like to
will-
get to know our city engineer who's in here. Nice guy.
All right.
Oh yeah, he's
Right.
great.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, we should just have a city open house for everyone. I guess also in that regard, if you have ideas for people who you want to hear from, maybe we can invite them to this meeting too, officially. So, or at your subcommittee meetings, which might be easier for some. So, sorry. Okay, there you go, Christina.
Great. Thank you.
Cool. Great. Well, that's from your chair. Moving on to agenda item number 7, upcoming events and important dates. Sorry, Chess. So this is the same document that comes in the midpoint email. Basically, just sort of a running list of like either major arts events or arts events of groups that we support or are affiliated with in some way. Right now there's the exhibition going on at the Waldron Arts Center. We have the Block Rocker also coming up very soon, and that's Block Rocker is an event that we, I believe, support through the project grant.
And they're the people that came to talk from WFHB.
Yeah, Jarnbrook.
And there's going to be like a bunch of local and regional bands, and I think maybe a band from Chicago, and it's all free. So it is pretty cool.
Awesome. Quick question. Chaz, is the next artist party the final BAC end of year party, or do you have the next artist party?
The next artist party is not the BAC one. It is October 22nd. I can write it on there at the convention center. A little unconventional, but
Nice.
it's going to be slightly funny to have it there because they are going to be under construction. But they have a great local art collection, and it's a good resource. And I think it'd be nice to get people there, and they cater all the food there. It'll be really nice to have it there. And Talisha's great, and I think it'd be really nice for the art world to just utilize the convention center more and downtown Bloomington Inc. And so it'll be October 22nd from 7 to 9, something like that. Stay tuned for that. But yeah.
And that's different than the end of year party.
The December 12th
Yeah.
or?
So I think the December BAC end of year party is, I don't know, Gerard, I think Holly was thinking we could kind of make it into an artist party as well, but I'm not 100%.
Yeah, I mean, there is some overlap in the attendees, but I feel like that one tends to be specifically more for like the commission and then like grant recipients and or folks that we've like worked with directly in some way on the public art projects and things like that.
I really enjoyed that gathering that we had. I don't know what that studio is called, but.
At the convention center?
No.
The last one?
Yeah.
Where did was that IFL? Is that when we were in December?
Oh, it was great.
It was sort of like the,
Oh, the IFL one?
DIY
Yeah, that was
space.
awesome.
Yeah, by Rainbow.
IFL.
Positive gathering.
Yeah, that was our end of year party. It was there.
Okay.
It's a good spot for
That space
socializing.
is killer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was gonna help. I don't think it is an artist party, but it's gonna be kind of like an artist party. So I will probably help with it. I think Christina's planning it, and I'll help with it because, yeah, I think it is nice to probably keep it a celebration of like the grant recipients.
Yeah. I wasn't there last year. Did we do something more for them this time?
There's like, I don't know. I guess that's something you all can discuss.
Yeah.
We had a PowerPoint that listed them, and I know they really liked that because a lot of people I saw were like taking photos in front of it when their name.
Right.
It was like
Cute.
a photo and like their name.
That's
and
good.
stuff, or whatever project. I feel like the emerging artists really were
Yeah.
super into that. And I think we said some words,
Yeah.
and I don't know.
We had 2 commissioners who were stepping off the commission, so we
Yeah, we
sort of
kinda focused on that.
acknowledged them as well.
I think,
yeah.
well, I think we did like did you get a grant? Raise your hand and
Oh,
clap or something. But maybe there's a way to kind of better recognize people. We also had a mess up where not all the grant recipients were invited last year due to a error of Google spreadsheets and tabs. So, whoops. Anyway.
That's why we're breaking them up.
If you need help with that in any way, let me know. Like just to make
I
sure.
just needed to hit the tab on the spreadsheet. I'll never forget again. I
It's
emailed
always
everyone last minute.
tab on the spreadsheet.
I'm still mad about it. I'm just like, oh no.
So maybe we can give them an opportunity to speak or something. I don't know, like if they have any
There's
like.
so many grant people who would take up the whole time. but
For sure, they have to like
probably
sign
can't
up
speak,
in advance or
but
something.
Yeah, even if not all of them come, it's still a lot. So I don't know what the answer is, but maybe
Yeah.
thinking about it, there's still time. I think Christina.
like 3 speak.
Yeah.
I don't know how we get it to be fair. I think we don't have anyone speak. I think
Yeah,
we
maybe
say
not.
we're doing
And you're
better.
now that's seeming like
Yeah,
a lot.
but-
Energy I enjoy was going around saying, what did you do?
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah, we should make that. Maybe we can make them.
yes,
Make it more
Yes.
obvious that they are a grant recipient by having
Yeah,
instead of
yeah.
just a name tag.
it's something that says
So,
we're a
yeah.
commissioner.
And then you all have to go like talk to them for free.
Yes.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that.
No, I would love that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I love that too.
And then maybe we should just do like a recognition. You can say some words and then everyone claps for them and everything.
I
For each
love
sector.
love all these suggestions. I'll just quickly note, Christina and I are actually going to meet after this meeting to sort of like start discussing plans for that. So if you want to stick around and like provide some suggestions like this, we'll add those to our notes. For sure. Awesome.
Can I make two
Oh,
suggestions?
sorry, Suzanne.
That's okay. First of all, I think we probably should add Pride into this list, because there's a lot of art stuff that goes on there. That's on the 14th of September,
Oh, yeah, thank you.
to Pride.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, I think it was 2 years ago, or maybe it was further back, the end of the year party, what we did was, somebody put together, I thought, a really nice, slideshow with images from grant recipients' projects.
Yeah.
That played throughout. I don't remember if we had that last year or not, but, I think that was really effective.
Yeah, it was off kind of in the corner, but yeah, it was there.
Was it? Oh, well, maybe we could put it in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Polly did that.
No, it was me.
Oh, well, 2 years ago, 2 years ago,
I
Polly.
redid it.
So we are requiring recipients to send pictures?
We asked them
Yes.
to.
Good.
But guess what happened? Guess who just looked? I did have Polly search the internet for me, and I did that. So we are doing those forms. Those I don't know if that's included. We need people to send us photos. Yes, we need to get better about that because I spent hours.
We
Yeah,
do
that's
ask,
a
we do
lot of
ask for it in
work.
the reports. Yeah.
Okay, good.
So when they apply to any of these grants, they don't really submit, they do
Any
submit
post.
visual stuff.
Yeah, but that's not necessarily what we would use in that.
Yeah.
I know for emerging artists they do. They have to show like 5 examples of work.
Right.
I don't know if they have to do that for the other ones.
Right.
I don't think they have to, but
I think for project we do, for operations, no.
yeah, I don't think you have to do. Well, you don't, because you might not have a picture for projects, because it might not
I
be.
think we
the
still
thing you
ask
did.
in the reports.
Yeah, I think it would be
Oh,
nice
I thought
to
you were
see, like,
talking
this is
about
what
the
our
grant itself.
money went to this year.
That's right.
Absolutely.
And then it
Sorry,
went
but
to
I thought you were talking about the
Yeah.
grant itself when they applied.
The picture's all we need.
Yeah, I was
good.
talking about like the what's it called, advancement grant.
So like the actual grant when they
Do
apply.
they actually,
Yeah, so that's different.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
not the
so, sorry. Yeah.
They yes, the only one that they submit images is for the Emerging Artist Advancement Grant. That's the only one.
Right, got it, gotcha.
But Gerard's saying this year we started doing what Elliot sent out. What are they called?
reports. grant
Reports on the grants people have received, and Gerard says that there's one of the questions is to submit images.
Got it.
So that's probably the best way to get
That's a good idea.
get stuff.
All right, cool. So yeah, art never sleeps. Lots of stuff going on. Okay, agenda item number 8: Commissioner announcements. Does anyone have anything that they would like to announce? Oh,
I have nothing.
yeah. Betsy is announcing her departure.
Bye, Betsy.
Bye, Betsy.
Is the mural in McDowell Gardens gonna happen, or is that not gonna happen? Someone asked me.
It is.
Because I was sending out applications for people to do that.
It is happening. For what I've been saying, the theme of today is city processes.
Oh, I see.
And
Say
City
no more.
what?
Get it?
processes.
Yeah,
And that's been the issue.
okay.
Is we have the contract is finally it was finally sent out. I'm waiting on approval. So that was delayed unfortunately due to things out of Holly and I's control
Yeah,
with the legal team. And
okay.
so that shall hopefully be starting up soon again, but that's gonna have a community paint day as well. We're just waiting on the official contract for the artist to sign, and then the artist of course didn't want to do work until that was signed, which makes a lot of sense.
Right.
So we're just
But there
kinda
was someone picked for it?
there's someone picked, yeah.
Okay.
That'll happen in the spring. The Fairview Allen Street intersection mural.
McDowell Gardens, the street mural that was like in the street and going up onto the sidewalks
Oh,
in
okay.
that funny spot.
Okay.
It's like to slow down traffic, it's traffic calming mural.
Oh, is this traffic? Okay, makes sense.
Mhm.
Rachel Cavaith, I don't know how you say her last name, sorry Rachel if you're listening, she was picked, a local artist, really great. And so we're just kind of waiting. That should be happening soon.
Right. Okay.
So
What's her name?
Rachel with just one E, and then KATEH. Just put something down.
Yeah,
And I
got
can't remember what it's called. Sorry. I'm losing my brain. But yeah, it's a work in progress.
Would anyone like to announce anything else? Okay. Well, as there is no public, to my knowledge, I will go ahead and skip over the public comment section of the meeting. And I will motion to adjourn the meeting. Can I get a second?
Second.
All right. The meeting is adjourned. Thanks all.